Pirated stuff. This DVD doesn't work anymore. Archiving it here. The DVD case label in your image reads handwritten text that appears to catalog emulators and systems. Here's a clear transcription. Title: Emulator Peleia 01. Entries: 615 NES 370 Sega Master System, 917 Sega Mega Drive. So this disc seems to be titled Emulator Peleia 01. Finish for Emulator Games 01, and it likely contains collections of ROMs or emulated games for the three listed systems, each with the number 615, 370, 917, probably indicating the count of games or files included for each platform. The image shows a Trax Data DVD-R, 4x speed, in a clear, slim jewel case. The left side has a blank insert sheet, the same style as in the previous photo, with date, title, and length columns. But this one hasn't been filled out yet. The right side holds the Trax data disk, which appears unused or at least unlabeled on the top surface. This suggests it might be a blank or freshly burned disk, possibly meant as a companion to the Emulator Peleia 01 disk from your earlier image, or prepared for a similar project. Trax data disks like this were commonly used in the early to mid-2000s for data backups, emulator collections, and multimedia compilations. This photo shows the underside of the same Trax Data DVD-R disc seen earlier. The reflective layer has a purple tint, typical of recordable DVD media, DVD-R, from the early 2000s. Here's what can be noted. The purple hue indicates that it's a dye-based, writable disc, not a pressed, factory-made DVD. The surface looks fairly clean, though there are a few light scratches and dust specks, nothing unusual for older discs. There are no visible burn rings, so it's hard to tell from the photo alone whether the disc has data written on it or not. Sometimes the burned area appears slightly darker or with a faint inner ring. If you want to check whether it contains data, you could insert it into a computer's DVD drive and see if it shows any files. If it's related to your Emulator Peleia 01 disk, it might contain a similar set of emulator files or game ROMs. Later we found out that it is burned completely full. The entire data surface is written to, so the dye layer appears uniformly dark or reflective, making it nearly impossible to distinguish a burned area from an unburned one by eye. That's exactly what's visible in the photo. The disc looks evenly colored with no inner ring, which is consistent with a fully burned disc. Given the blank label and the matching case style, it's very possible this Trax Data DVD-R was made as part of the same emulator collection project as your Emulator Peleia 01 DVD, maybe a later or larger follow-up volume.